Hello and welcome to the in-depth series section of Drishti IAS. I am Aisha Singh, and in today's video we will be discussing about that a recent study or a research paper has been published which talks about that the oceans are changing their color from blue to green, and a research paper, the Nature, has recently talked about this phenomenon, that why is this happening or what could be the probable reasons for this. So about the timeline of the video, first of all about the news, then what are the reasons why the oceans are changing their color, what are the effects it can have on the environment or the ecosystem, then why it matters so much for the environment, and why the environmentalists all over the world are talking about this. In the end, a prelims MCQ. This topic is of relevance from General Studies paper 3, especially from the environment section, and also is General Studies paper 1, that is Geography. From exam perspective, you should be able to know that how it will affect the environment and what are the reasons for it, especially from the mains perspective. So the news says, turning green, why oceans are changing color. So why the ocean is turning green from blue, and why is it? What are the reasons that why are they changing color? So recently what has happened is that researchers, they are saying that the color of over 56%, it means more than half, the color of over 56%, that means more than half of the world's ocean, they are changing their color, and more than half of the world ocean have changed its color, and more than half means larger than Earth's total land expanse. It means if we will talk about the whole of Earth, it means larger than Earth's total land expanse. Total land expanse, it means including everything, has changed significantly over the last 2 decades. So in the last 20 years, more than half of the total Earth land expanse, the oceans are changing their color from blue to green. Few of the pictures you can say, or these are few of the pictures that is presently going on social media or the internet. So you can see that the color is changing, it is turning green, and this image also that the color of the ocean is turning to green from blue. So what can be the probable reasons for it? First and foremost reason which is at present going on, and in India, the effect of climate change and global warming, we are able to see it now that in almost whole of North India, floods are going on, and even the national capital is suffering because of excessive rainfall and the problem of floods. So this is one of the examples of climate change, that climate change is happening and climate change is becoming a reality, and now climate change is real and climate change is showing its effect. And when we talk about the point of oceans changing its color from blue to green, then the point of climate change comes, because it is because of the climate change that the temperature of the earth is increasing, and it has crossed the levels of 1.5%, and we are trying to stop it to 1.5%, but it is crossing it. So what is happening is that because of the increase in temperature, what is happening all over the ecosystem has now even started affecting the marine ecosystem. So it is not that all over the ecosystem what we are able to see with our eyes are only getting affected, but now even the things which are happening below the water or behind water is also getting impacted by it. So if we talk about a cycle, that how things work, then in simple terms we can think of that, imagine because of climate change the temperature is increasing, and we all know that below water the temperature is little cold, and when we keep on going downstairs then the temperature is cold, then it keeps on decreasing. So if the temperature below the water or the temperature in the marine ecosystem or the temperature in the water body, it keeps on increasing, then what will happen? The marine life of the ecosystem will also get impacted or will also get imbalanced. And one of the reasons can be that imagine the phytoplanktons, the one of the starting units of the marine ecosystem or the food chain. The phytoplanktons, they reproduce more at higher temperature. So what will happen if the phytoplanktons will reproduce more? Then the number of phytoplanktons, what will happen? Then the number of phytoplanktons will increase in the marine ecosystem. So if the number of phytoplanktons would increase in the marine ecosystem, then what will happen? Then they are the food for the fishes. Then fishes would come and get their food very easily. So over a long period of time, the population of the fishes will also increase. So imagine an ecosystem which had certain kind of balance since a long period of time. Then because of the climate change or increase of the temperature which is happening because of the climate change, then everything will start to increase at a rapid pace and the imbalance at a gradual pace would start to happen. So in the same way, imagine the water bodies, like this is a ocean. So if in a ocean, imagine that the many rivers are also draining its water into the ocean. Then many of the nuclear power plants are also draining its exchange into the ocean, and many other things are also getting drained into the ocean. Many a times sewerage is also getting there. So what will happen? There is a process called eutrophication which starts to happen. That when a lot of fertilizers or the phosphates or the sulfates go into a water body, then the process of eutrophication starts to happen. What happens in a eutrophication is that the water body contains too many nutrients in it. So when the water body contains too many nutrients in it, what will happen is then when the nutrients or the quantity of nutrients increases in a water body, what will happen? This will lead to what? This will lead to formation of algae or a phenomena called algal bloom. So what happens in a phenomena called algal bloom? That the blue-green algae, it starts to spread in the whole of the water body. And in starting, when we will talk about eutrophication, we will think that it is a good process, that the nutrients are getting increased in a water body. But no, eutrophication is considered to be a deadly process, because if the eutrophication would keep on increasing, then if the nutrients would keep on increasing, then what will happen? That the process of algal bloom will also happen. And algal bloom means that the spread of the algae or the spread of the blue-green bacteria or the blue-green algae all over the water body would take place. And if the algae covers whole of the water body, then what will happen? I'll just tell you again. Imagine that this is a water body, okay? This is a water body, and if the whole of water body is covered by the algae, I'll just change the color, I think this would be fine, is covered by the algae. This is how the algae has covered the whole of the water body. Then what will happen? If the algae covers whole of the water body, then how will the sunlight go inside the water body? Will sunlight be able to go inside the water body? No, it will not be able to go inside the water body. Then if the sunlight will not be able to go inside the water body, then the fishes which is within the algal bloom, what will they do? They will look for air or they will look for oxygen, because if algal bloom takes place and sunlight is not going, it means photosynthesis is not happening at a place which is lower than the algal bloom, and there is deficiency of oxygen which will also happen. Then what will happen to the fishes? They will not be able to get the oxygen, which will ultimately lead to the death of the fishes. And also, if whole of the oxygen is taken by the algal bloom, then the marine life which is going on below the algal bloom, it will start to pollute or it will start to suffocate, and ultimately it will lead to the death or the suffocation of the marine life. Then this is how the point of climate change can lead to so many things. Then reasons can be climate change, global warming, increasing temperature, increase in the number of phytoplanktons, I just told you, eutrophication and algal bloom also, because eutrophication and algal bloom can ultimately lead to the suffocation of the marine food chain and the food web. Now about the effects, that if the color of the ocean is changing, then what can be the probable effects? Then that can be the color reflects the state of the ecosystem. If the color is blue, it means things are going fine because this is considered to be an ideal form. But if the color is changing, it means some kind of activity is going on in the ocean. Then color changes means ecosystem changes, because when we talk about our ecosystem or the environment or the marine environment, then the color or the ecosystem has certain kind of specification or certain kind of balance, that, and because of the balance of the ecosystem, our ecosystem is able to work properly on regular basis. And if the balance of the ecosystem or the balance of the food chain or the food web gets disturbed, then it will slowly starts affecting all other sectors also. Then marine food web gets disturbed. I just told you BOD level decreases. So if the BOD is biological oxygen demand, so biological oxygen demand means the level of oxygen required by the bacteria to decompose things. So if the BOD, that is if the oxygen level required by the bacteria is low, it means the water body is clean. But if the BOD level required by the bacteria or the oxygen level required by the bacteria is high, it means the water body is very polluted. So BOD level will also get decreased. Then marine body becomes too polluted. And if the marine body becomes very polluted, then this will also lead to the suffocation of the water body. Now let's talk more about it. It is considered that the deep blue color is considered as that there is not much life present in it, and if the water is green, it is likely to have more activity. Blue means things are going fine, while green means that there is certain kind of activity which is going on in the marine ecosystem, and specifically from the photosynthesizing phytoplankton, because they are considered to be the base of the marine ecosystem, which like plants contain the green pigment called chlorophyll because they are able to photosynthesize. Significant amount of the oxygen we breathe is being generated by the phytoplanktons, and it is also considered to be a crucial part of the global carbon cycle and is also considered to be the foundational part of the ocean food web. This was about the phytoplankton. Now, why it matters? What are the reasons that it is becoming such an important point or the topic? Then all parts of the ocean are likely to observe variations in the types of phytoplankton present. And ocean ecosystems are finely balanced, and any change in the phytoplankton will send ripples across the food chain. And this point I have discussed and I have explained in the previous slides also, that if the number of phytoplanktons would decrease or if the number of phytoplanktons would increase, then what will happen? If it would increase, then also it will have a negative impact, and if it will decrease, then also it will have a negative impact. It needs to be balanced, and the number of phytoplankton in the marine ecosystem needs to have a balance, and at a regular amount of it has to be there in the marine ecosystem. Then in the end, a prelims MCQ, and you people need to tell me the answer in the comment section. Which among the following can be the reasons for ocean changing their color? And you have to tell about the correct answer. First is eutrophication, algal bloom, climate change, increase in number of phytoplanktons. And the codes given are here are 2 and 4 only, 1, 2 and 3 only, 2, 3 and 4 only, or all of the above, that is 1, 2, 3 and 4. So that's all for today. Try to give me the answer in the comment section, and that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Till we meet next time, keep reading and keep writing.